Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to the first ever episode on takeaways. And today's takeaways are going to be from the Derrick Billups interview. I want to start off by letting you know that these episodes are always going to be exactly 5 minutes long, no shorter, no longer. I want you guys to know exactly how long that you have to stay focused and stay keep your attention here on these different episodes. And most of the time, these episodes are going to come on Thursdays after the Monday interview, but for these first few, they're all going to come right the day after. And that's because I'm trying to get as much content out there here on this first week on podcast launch week as possible. So 3 takeaways from Derrick. Number 1, the story is never finished. You know, he talks about this right off the bat with his story with Mrs. Bill and how she was judging him and relaying that information to his different peers that they shouldn't be around him. But he didn't let that stop him or let him put that down. He talks about being the author of your own book, being the captain of your own ship. Don't let other people's judgment put you down and define who you're going to be. Realize that, like I just said, you can't be the captain of your own ship. There's never been a greater time in history, in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinion, to be able to educate yourself or to be able to further grow because of all the resources that we have available to us. There are so many different resources, but it's all about being able to stay focused on the right resource that will help us move along, move forward, and grow. So don't let other people's judgments define who you're going to be. You be the author of your own life. Number 2, live with intention. And one of my favorite phrases that Derrick said is hustle with intention. Being able to kind of define the experiences that will help you move forward and define the experiences that will not help you move forward are so key to your success. He talked about how his goal is being able to not have to work if he doesn't want to. So now all the goals that he set is based on that end goal. So he can gear everything and work everything in his day-to-day life towards that goal of not having to work if he doesn't want to. So being able to hustle with intention is so key. The way I like to visualize it is if you're trying to get to an end goal here and your intention is here or your focus is so wide and so broad, it's going to take so much longer to get to that desired destination or to get to that next level. But in order to get here, if your focus is more narrow, the more narrow you can get it, the quicker you're going to be able to get that to that end destination or to that next level. Because, like I said earlier, that way you can more easily derive meaning from different experiences that you go through or different experiences that happen to you. That way you can know, oh, that did not help me get to this point, or it did help me to further elevate myself. The last one is how we talked about a lot, is that creativity comes from necessity and from being able to experience uncomfortability and creating uncomfort levels for yourself. And he talked about, this is my favorite part of the interview. I was talking about this, and then he mentioned, he brought up a story from his life back in Philadelphia, how these kids who wanted to play basketball had to find a way to create a hoop for themselves. So they got a piece of wood and put a milk carton on it as the hoop, and they were able to play basketball again. So that was just, for me, it was so apparent that anything is possible through creativity, but you have to be put in the environment of necessity in order for your creativity to brood itself and to bloom outside of that. I didn't think that I was a creative person back growing up because I thought that you had to be, if you were going to be creative, you had to be somebody who was interested into the arts, who liked to sing, who played an instrument, or who liked to draw, or any of these types of things that are traditionally considered creative. But for me, now that I've been put in so many different uncomfortable environments, I've kind of had to be creative in order to find a way to take the next level, take the next step, and to be able to actually find ways to provide value to others. And when you're put in an uncomfortable environment, but you know you have to provide value to others, you start thinking about all these different ways that you could possibly do it, and the creative juices start to flow. So again, guys, 3 takeaways. The story is never finished. So be the author of your own life. Live with intention, hustle with intention, set goals that are geared towards where you want to go in your desired destination. And your third and final one is that creativity comes from necessity and uncomfort levels. So find a way to create necessity in your life so that those creative juices can start to flow and you can create those creative sparks that you didn't think were possible at all in the past. That's the first takeaway. Derrick Billups ending in 3, 2, 1. 5 minutes, y'all.